Hello?
Holy crap, we're live.
Holy shit, we're live?
Oh my
We're live.
Oh my god, I can't
Run.
believe it. We're live right now. This is unheard
No way.
of. This is unheard of. At our regularly scheduled time, we're live. Oh my god, I could cry. But I won't. I hate you, Jack. We just fucking started. Put it away! Put it away!
It's gone. It's gone.
Hello everyone. Yeah, so we actually have we're in a weird situation because we have a video that we need to record in like an hour, but that's still time that we can stream, you know, because no need to, you know, starve you all of a Dunderhead stream. So we'll probably just be live for like an hour or whenever Richard is home from work to record. So, you know, we're just kind of chilling and doing a Q&A because we've had a few people talk about that in the past, and we haven't done one in quite a while. And there's a lot that's backed up in our Discord in the Q&A section that is also there and available. So, yeah. I love you guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the kind words. OMG, they're live. I know. Hello.
We're so live.
Dude, we're so live, it's insane. Sorry, drinking water. But yeah. I guess I can sneak an early question in. After the Manhunt series, do you plan on doing something similar in other games or branching out? I love the game mode and the other ones you've shown off. The only other game that I can think of that we're like actively like talking about doing Manhunt in is Oblivion Remastered whenever that's finished, like the multiplayer.
Yeah.
But we plan on branching out for sure.
We've gotten a lot of oh yeah. We've gotten a lot of people asking for Manhunt and Daggerfall. Not possible. PvP doesn't exist. We've tried.
Yep.
Yeah. We have tried.
That's literally the first thing we did when we loaded in before stream is we swung at each other. Doesn't do damage.
Yeah. That's right. The only other like game mode that we've kind of created that I've thought about like doing in other games over time is like the Skymon thing, because that's such a broad sorry, I don't know what's up with me. Broad like idea that you could do that in quite a few other games. Like honestly, it could be fun. I still think it'd be fun to do at some point because you don't need together for it. It's just do like a one-off Fallout 4 thing, because it would just be one camera perspective to watch the fights, but everyone could still capture their own stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
SARS busy in Microsoft.
Coding in PvP. If so, what didn't work? It just seemed like it didn't register as hitting each other or damage or anything like that. We are certainly never going to try to code that in, but if you want to, go ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, our resident coder, is too busy coding our own stuff to do mods and stuff like that.
I have a gun to my head.
Yep. Yeah. The best case of us ever doing anything mod related is if like we beg Meegs to do something. The only thing being like us like talking to Meegs to try and get a proper Skyrim prop hunt mod working, with Meegs going, "This sucks, I'm trying, but this sucks to make." So yeah. Question: how do y'all feel about playing Raft? I don't really know much about the game. No, Mark played it.
You're on a raft.
Yeah, I know that. I think
A shark tries to eat it.
Yeah, shark tries to eat it. You gotta find land.
Yeah, go around, do quests and shit.
Yeah,
insane. Actually. Why don't you play more Daggerfall together? It was hilarious. I mean, we might at some point. I'm sure it was really fun for you guys. It actually like took a toll on our mental state with how
Yeah.
That game was kind of painful.
We over exaggerated a little bit for like entertainment value, but we still definitely weren't like, this is a great game. As I think it is very mid, if not like lower mid, on my personal like.
Yeah. Well, I think it's an
for it.
issue if all of the starting classes are bad and you don't know that.
Yeah, because literally every like pro has said that you should make a custom class because the starting classes kind of suck, and that just feels like terrible game. Like, sure, you can give us shit for like not knowing how to climb or anything like that, because we didn't have like a game manual that the game would have come with. Look at that for, but like objectively saying the classes suck and like that kind of just makes me feel bad for just wanting to pick a class in the first place.
Right. Like
I don't know enough about the game to make my own.
Yeah.
I have the
So I'm
classes
gonna just
if
choose
there's
one.
so much of a restriction put on them whenever it's just easier to make your own.
Yeah.
Like, why have them in there in the first place? Why not build it all around creating your own?
What happens if you lose the last manhunt? Like the best of 3? I assume that's what you mean. Like if I lose the last manhunt of the best of 3, it hasn't happened yet, so we haven't really talked about it. But either that would be where it would kind of end because we found my cap, my limit, or we would try a best of 5. Like if we tried really hard to push it, and if I lost the best of 5, then it would just be it. Like obviously the cap had been found.
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing modded manhunt? After the last batch of hunters, which is 5 hunters. Sorry, I have a hard time remembering the number sometimes. We're gonna wrap up the manhunt series just because we don't want to just kind of become like a you can only do the same thing for so long, and we'll right now we've done 10 manhunts, which is a lot of manhunts, insane. But you know, I don't want to keep doing, like, I don't want to be on like manhunt 35, you know what I mean? I'd like to end it at a place where it's not annoyingly long or repetitive.
Yeah. Do you think you'll do manhunt in other games with PvP like Power World and Minecraft? I'd imagine, yeah. At some point, we've talked about doing Oblivion once that mod is out. And I'm sure we can extend that to other things. I mean, we've done a Terraria one once, which was fun. But
that one was really fun.
just
I actually like that one a lot.
depends on what the future holds, I guess. Question: how did you all meet? High school. For me, for them, they met earlier on. I don't remember what grade you guys were.
5th grade.
Fifth grade. Same class.
Same class. Christian. I was just a wee lad sitting in my chair. You know, I had just transferred to the school. Like this was my first year there. Sitting alone, no friends, no one, nobody to interact with. And then here comes Christian. He comes over to me, puts his hand on my shoulder, and says, "Yo, you look pretty chill. Come be friends with me."
That's kind of how simple it was back then to make friends whenever anyone was younger. It's like, you look like a guy I could talk to, and you just start talking to each other.
Yeah, I met Jack and John in 5th grade, and then I met, well, just to timeline it, met Jack and John in 5th grade. I met Richard when I was in 2nd through Xbox Live, and I met Cole freshman year. Well, I'd met Cole actually like 8th grade or 7th grade, but we didn't start hanging out until freshman year of high school.
We knew of each other's existence because we were in the same club, but we didn't actively talk to each other until freshman sophomore year.
Why nobody use Ice Form on Christian while playing Manhunt? I mean, it depends, because like it's absorbable. It's about as effective as Fus Roda. Like,
As effective as paralyzed as well.
Also,
right?
yeah, we've also banned all forms of pluralization.
that's exactly, yeah.
So it's a bit of both. Like, it's even if it was allowed, it's not a guaranteed thing, and if also paralysis has been shown not to be super interactive, so we just banned it.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, will you bring back the Baldur's Gate 3 streams? Whatever Richard has time.
Yeah, that's mainly it.
Richard works a lot at his job because they're pretty short-staffed, so he kind of has to, unfortunately, and that kind of eats into the stream.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta do a Manhunt marathon when y'all hit a subscriber marathon milestone where you try to hunt down every Jarl. I don't think I'll ever do like a kill every Jarl in one go. I've got a lot of comments about that. There's a lot of different ways you could like pick at the format, but I just don't want to draw it out. We have talked about whenever we do actually wrap up Manhunt fully, doing a stream of just watching all of the Manhunts and kind of talking about the series from beginning to end. So
Yep.
Hey Dunderheads, what's your favorite animals in Skyrim? Animals.
That's a good question. And I think for me, I've always really enjoyed just the mud crabs. I know it's like super basic, but I just enjoy them.
They're
I
just
think they're
peak.
neat.
They are just peak.
I just think they're neat.
For me, probably Horkers, for two reasons. One, I actually think Lord Tusk is just a really fucking funny secret boss. And two, I watched a lot of this one guy play Skyrim when I was a kid. I'm having a hard time remembering their exact name. I think it was Robaz, something like that. And I watched him play Skyrim, and he had like a pet Horker. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
Riften Horse.
Riften Horse.
Yeah, that's about right. It's specifically that one. Is there anything else coming for the Mad Panther? We've kind of moved on from that project. I will say we are working on something else, as alluded to earlier in the stream by Christian saying Jack is busy coding other things. But we're far from announcing what that is. Very early
far.
days.
Very
far.
Yeah. Did you expect the channel to get to the size when you started? I mean, we hoped, but not expected. you know, like whenever you make a channel, you always hope that you'll get somewhere with it, but you don't yeah, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean?
The direction of the channel's also changed a lot.
So much.
Yeah, of course we hope for it to get big, but if you can kind of tell by our early content, that's kind of dog shit for entertainment value. It was mostly just us talking about game development and trying to like get a big channel for free advertisement for our game that got canceled.
yeah, literally.
So
the only thing to come out of that era was an FNF mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Very
I'm still
true.
proud of. Even though it's old and it's dated,
That was a good
I'm proud
vibe.
of us making that in high school.
I agree.
But yeah, what's your favorite Skyrim weapons or spells? Weapons, fucking, I know it's not even that good, but like I will always stand by the Dawnbreaker. Such a fucking cool design. I love it so much. Spells.
Chillin.
Ooh, that's a good. That's a high one for me
My
too.
favorite's always gonna be the Blood Skull Blade. I love that thing.
Mm-hmm. No, these are. There's just so
Chillin
many
and
good
Stendar's
designs.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Like Chillin for its looks, Stendar's Hammer for its ability.
If you were to make an educated guess on when you hit 100k subs, when would that be? We're hoping for the end of this year. Christian said that in his 2025 update video, I think.
Yeah,
But
that's the
With
hope.
how it is, who knows? YouTube is a wild beast. It's hard to tell.
YouTube
how fast
giveth
we'll grow.
and YouTube taketh away.
YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh. Yeah. Yeah,
Is
it
it-
does do that.
Is it possible to make damage values increased so when the rare hit registers, it actually does damage? So
That's something that would need to be fixed. Yeah, on their end.
The-
Go ahead, Christian.
the
Sorry.
problem is if we... It would take a lot of testing because it's weird. Because if you watched our how to download video on Skyrim Together, it registers weapons as the weapons they are, and it doesn't register anything else. So for that to happen, it would have to be you'd have to hypothetically, and not we wouldn't know if this would work yet, modify the weapon's damage specifically, and then like leave and rejoin the server. So that way, maybe the weapon would register as being like that, but realistically, I don't think the damage would increase because it would fall under the same issue as like, whenever a player enchants a weapon, it doesn't appear for another player, or whenever you do alchemy.
Offensive perks don't register, and poisons. So it's like any modifications we've tested don't fucking work.
Yeah, if it's not the base weapon, that's all Skyrim quantifies, is like Skyrim Together is the base weapon stats and what it is and what it means.
Right, because it doesn't only have like just it only like transfers over just like what it knows in the base game. If you make it yourself, it can't transfer that over as well. If someone were to make like a patch mod for it to fix that, then it'd be so peak.
If someone made a mod, to fix Skyrim Together's jank hitboxes, I would praise you till the end of time. I would start every video that we do in Skyrim Together with huge thank you to insert this person for fixing the fucking mod.
We
You
would
definitely
need
tell that they did
so
not care
much.
about the PvP when making that.
Right.
Yeah.
They just wanted it to be a multiplayer experience, which I kind of get. But man, I'd like PvP to be a thing that works better. And because of that, I forgot to answer. My favorite spell is Lightning Storm.
My favorite spell is
course.
Summon Seeker.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that one.
My favorite spell is probably just fast healing, because I literally like going Spellblade. So
Mhm.
it's something that's just nice.
Yeah.
Will you do a special event or video for 50k or 100k subscribers when you hit it? At least for sure at 100k. I don't know if we have anything planned for 50. Like we have time to plan something for 100, but like right now there's no plans for 50 because
At the moment, maybe our special project we're working on will release
Yeah.
50, because we've been growing pretty big and it's taking forever.
yeah. Hopefully. Oh yeah.
Are there any other games you plan on making a series on? It's outside of Elder Scrolls. Well, we hoped on Baldur's Gate. That didn't do too hot, unfortunately. We still will probably continue the stream series. Unsure about videos.
Yeah.
And other than that, we don't know really. We just kind of play it by ear.
We just
lot of
kind
the
of do
time.
what we think might work best.
That's what the variety days are for. We test out what we think could be good, and then if it does do good, then
Or
we
to play.
yeah. We just experiment.
Can you put enchantments on weapons in Manhunt? If so, is it functional?
I think we can already answer
yeah.
that. Yeah, that
You already
no.
answered that.
yeah, no.
Unfortunately, enchantments don't do shit. Unless they're on the base weapon.
Whoa.
Which is like why wind-sheared children work.
Question: if you had merch, what would it be? I want a That's Gaming hat.
Oh yeah, for my bit, yeah.
I loved all of your
That.
early content. Not gonna lie, I do wish eventually they'll come back. Video essays will probably never come back at the very least, but like I enjoyed the era of I mean, it's the same thing. It's we made videos back then kind of similar to the way we do now. Just video essays were so hit or miss. That was the hardest thing about.
They were like legitimately when you made a video essay, it was like rolling a die and just like
Yeah.
just praying that it does good.
It was because the problem, which is why we started heavy-handedly going into Skyrim together when that started working out, was like it was exactly what I said was the issue back then. Was like, if you were a fan of Dunderheads, I wasn't sure from my perspective what you were a fan of, if you were on the YouTube side exclusively. Because it was like, you were a fan of a video essay on a different piece of media that like maybe you'd like every like week or two.
Yeah.
Even with Amazing Villain, like if you just didn't know who the villain was, you probably wouldn't even care enough to watch it.
Yeah.
That was the
like
issue.
More popular villains did better.
Yep.
Right.
Art question: who designed the Dunderheads artwork that you use in certain streams?
Who designed the heads? So the style of the Dunderheads was from someone that was in Dunderheads like in high school. But we got them revamped whenever we, got older and changed how we looked. With our current lead artist, Ainsley, who does all the thumbnails and everything, and all the art for the games we make.
Yeah.
Why does nobody use bows in Manhunt? Because the hit scan, not the hit registration kind of sucks, and when even with just melee, so if you're doing anything besides the elemental arrows, you're not hitting anyone, just unless you're point blank. And at that point, why even bother using a bow? Because you're not gonna hit long range shots of how shit the registration.
That's why like the best form of combat is AoE spells.
Yes.
Or AoE arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, AoE arrows are also good. It's just almost not worth it when you can just as easily get like spells that do the same thing.
Right.
Were there any planned videos you scrapped? Yeah.
Really?
Well, we've scrapped. I mean, just off the top. Yeah, off the top of my head, we scrapped doing the apocalypse thing, because it just wasn't like feasible.
We might come back to that now, though.
We might.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We tried to do a video where it was like one person. It was me and Cole. It was so long ago. It was one person has this amount of time to amass an army to siege Whiterun, and one person has this amount of time to defend Whiterun, like getting everyone prepared in the best way possible. And then that would be the video, because I thought it'd be cool to do like a large scale invasion like that, but the people didn't register for both parties.
That's when we figured out followers jank as fuck and almost never were going in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because his summons wouldn't appear on my screen, my followers wouldn't appear on his. Essentially, we did 2 hours worth of work to get to the climax to find out it doesn't do it. They didn't work, and like we scrapped that. We also scrapped the manhunt when we figured out poisons don't work.
Oh my god, that hurts so. That hurts. We redid so bad. Still,
manhunt because
an
of that.
entire manhunt.
We did a whole manhunt where we got to the climax. Again, another thing that ended at the climax, and we had grab where Christian had the insta kill poison, just to find out poisons don't do anything. And that poison specifically didn't work so bad it crashes his game every time he tried to use it.
Yeah.
Yep. God, that was so just depressing that night, because we were just like, okay, time to reschedule.
Are you going to do a playthrough of Oblivion Remastered? I don't know. If we'll do a full playthrough. I'm kind of split on that a little bit, just because our thing is very much. I want our thing to be more multiplayer than like Bethesda specifically.
Yeah.
And it's also like that is our thing. That's kind of what has gotten us where we are in the space. And it's like most, I don't know, like from like a business perspective, because I like being brutally honest, like with my thoughts on it. I like being open about it. Most people, if they are presented with like the Dunderheads playthrough of Oblivion, or I don't know, Juve, who's like 5 times bigger than us, they're probably gonna pick the other person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Does the Razor special effect work in Manhunt? Yes, Mayrune's Razor does work. It's just that since it's a 2% hit chance, it hasn't really come up in a meaningful manner in Manhunts. And challenge streams, it's worked a couple times.
yeah,
It has.
So there's that.
no,
Uh,
Mayrune's dagger would probably be peak in a Hunger Games.
Yes. Have you ever tried to collab with YouTubers or at least with special guests on the channel? Hunger Games is the ones that we mainly do. We have had a couple streams or streamed with other people. Oh, and our air quotes Among Us, which is more werewolf. We had Court and who was
Zeke.
the other guy? Zeke. Yes, I couldn't remember who. I remember Court because of the shit he would pull in that video. But yeah, I knew. Yeah, it's Zeke. We had them in for that because we needed more people. And they were down to do it at the time.
Just want to say
awesome.
love you guys and
Those
the
guys are cool.
content. Please never stop making stuff, cause a breath of fresh air on YouTube. Red heart emoji.
Oh, thank you so much for the kind words, Nelf. I really appreciate the $5 and the
thank you,
kind
Nelf.
words. I'm glad that you're having a good time. Sorry, one of the messages was kind of funny. Messages
one,
kind of
Christian?
funny. I liked it when they started talking about climaxing together.
Oh. I saw a question asking if Ice Spike works. It does, but you still have to hit it, so it's not as good as like the constant stream spells or an AoE spell,
Right.
since it's like a targeting thing. Other games you plan on making videos on, like a horror game or something like that? I know Jack and Christian have streamed horror games before. I don't know if we ever plan on making a video on them or not.
Our amazing back rooms
Dude,
multiplayer.
that was so fun.
Stream series. That was so fun.
That was so fucking
God.
fun.
Dude, horror games still scare the piss out of me, man.
Dude, if you guys want to see like genuinely like really old ancient Dunderhead streams for like from games that like you just wouldn't expect to ever appear on this channel, you got to go to our VODs channel.
Yeah. Me
Yeah.
and Jack had we did all of the Mario and Luigi games leading up to, well, we haven't completed all of them, but we were doing all of the games in the series since Brothership got announced. Because Jack, when we first started, came up with a peak idea of us doing it co-op. So we did a lot of the Mario and Luigi RPGs together.
Yeah, it was a
fun.
great idea.
It was, Jack. I had so much fun doing that. It was peak.
I wish I
Also,
could donate, but my
I
wallet is crying inside and out right now, dude. You're all good. It's especially now. You're fine. Yeah, you're
We're all
not
good, dude.
Yeah.
What does Jack laugh like Santa Claus? I am. I am Santa.
It's true.
There are reasons why you didn't get presents under your tree.
This is Dunderhead's lore. This is official. This is crazy.
Question: I would love merch. When do you do something like that? Do you think you'll have the chest hair joke on it? It's a good idea, I think.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah, we have merch
We have
designs.
This where
We
have
literally
designs
have
and stuff
merch
like that.
designs. We're having
We're
issues
copyright
with
hell.
copyright. I'm half tempted to like throw the designs on screen because we've had them for like 6 months. I don't know if they'll ever see the time of day.
I hope they do. Really, I really do.
Put them up there. Put them up there.
Give me 1 second. Bring in water. Would it have Dawn Guard sloppy? That'd be funny.
That would be a funny joke, or like, yeah, the Dawn Guard guy being yelling at us.
Would some Dingleshire merch? Dude, I loved Dingleshire.
Just a
That
T-shirt
explains
that
why
says
Jack
I'm a
doesn't
proud
exist.
member.
He's Santa.
I'm wearing a sloppy shirt.
That's because you're weak.
Imagine getting a Dingleshire shirt and all it just says I'm a proud member of Dingleshire.
Well, didn't they work with a mouse
Oh
pad
yeah,
company?
that's right. Yeah, I don't think about that as merch because it was
Yeah.
discontinued.
Yeah, no, we did work with Eclipsify to get the Manhunt mousepad for 3 hunters.
We did do that.
Peak, actually. I loved working with them.
I
still
still
have
use
my
that
old mouse pad.
It's on my desk.
Basic question,
What
but
else?
what's y'all's favorite hold?
Yeah.
What's your least as well? Favorite Riften. Love Riften. So fucking much. Least favorite, Morthal, because who gives a fuck about Morthal?
Yeah, that's fair. I think
Windhelm.
my favorite is probably Whiterun, just because I spent a lot of time in my own personal playthrough there. But my least favorite is also probably Morthal.
Yeah.
Windhelm.
Windhelm's your
that's where
favorite?
A proud Nord like myself would.
Oh,
live
yeah, yeah. Least
yeah,
favorite, I
of
have to assume, is Solitude. Then
there. No, actually, it's more
Oh,
fall.
it's Morthal. I genuinely
No, what are you,
thought whenever I
stupid?
said who cares about Morthal, one of you two fucks were going to like go. So my favorite's Morthal.
Temptation was there. I won't lie. But how would I defend that? Let's be real. How would I defend that stance? You know.
Will you do a Sky Oblivion together / Manhunt when it releases? We'll not do a Manhunt in Sky Oblivion just because, like I said, I want to end that series after 5 Hunters. But we've talked about for sure doing a Sky Oblivion Skymon because that would be really, really fun. That'd be peak.
We're holding out for actual Oblivions together for Manhunts.
Yeah. Will you ever... Oh, wow. Will you ever do more sponsorships from older streams, like HelloFresh, for example? And if not, would you do newer sponsors? Well, like, we're open to sponsors. I'm gonna be a buck. I have a really bad experience with working with HelloFresh. Like, because they weren't even... It wasn't really a sponsorship. Back then, it's like affiliate ships is what it's actually called through stream elements, where you just, like, for every person who gets this, you know, you get a cut of the money. But like HelloFresh one time just straight up didn't send us money, and I had to like call their... I had to call them,
You had to call them.
and say, hey, like, give us the money. So the fact that I had to do that left kind of a sour taste in my mouth with working with them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we just haven't been approached for any other sponsorships besides
Yeah.
the
Really?
mouse pad.
We
And
find Eclipsify.
yeah, Eclipsify.
Actually, no, that's a lie. Remember that one like Japanese merch brand thing hit us up because
Oh,
they were having a
yeah!
Skyrim. A
Dude,
Skyrim
I'm sorry,
drop.
I
So we
didn't-
had 2.
Yeah, we have had 2. Project Orochi.
Yeah, Project Orochi. I forgot
Yeah, we
about
did. That was... God. Yeah, that was when was that? Was that for
that. It
the...
was a while.
That was for
What was
the
the reasoning again?
door randomizer challenge, I think.
I think you're right, which is probably why.
Did we accept that or
Don't
no?
remember it.
Yeah, we accepted
did.
the Project Orochi, yeah. That went through.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
They were cool, yeah. Yeah, Eclipsify worked the closest with us because of us actually having a design there, so that's why it's, you know, more fresh in our mind.
Yeah. They were. Cool
Yeah,
to
and
work
also I
with.
get to keep. We also got free ones.
We got free mouse pads,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we got freebies.
yeah.
This
peak,
shit's awesome.
actually.
So high quality, actually. Like I honestly, if you want a mouse pad, hit up Eclipsify. They got some good shit on there. Like we're not even sponsored right now.
We're
I'm
not.
just
Yeah,
saying.
we're not even sponsored right now. Just go to Eclipsify.
I love this thing.
All right, you know what? We're not even sponsored right now. One moment.
Yeah. We're so not sponsored, guys. Hold on.
We're not sponsored right now.
Christian's doing a thing.
We're not sponsored. Wait, hold on. I can't find the link to the website.
I'm glad
I was
you
gonna
enjoyed
link
our
it.
game.
Just a
Mr.
small
Muscle Bob.
donation, as thanks for getting me back into Skyrim, watching while waiting for Steam to fix the new Doom Early
Thank you,
Access.
Daft Bar, for the 20.
Dude, thank you so
Thanks,
much. Yeah, thank you for the kind words as well. We're glad that you're having you've been enjoying your time here.
Yeah. We're glad you're enjoying Skyrim again. I too am waiting for the new Doom, dude. It looks so good.
You know what? Hey guys,
Oh no.
you think
You think? What are we
you
doing?
think we
What are you
should
doing?
we should
That's what I thought you were gonna do originally. Whatever you
Really?
were about to ask me. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
So-
If
so
you
we're-
want to do it.
That's fine.
I'm
I think
game.
it's fine. Okay.
What?
All right. Let me hit you all with a people who watch this stream, which you guys are in it. You guys are in the exclusive right now.
All 46 people currently watching. We got
All of
news.
you guys are gonna get a heads up, a warning. Not a warning. I guess a preparation.
A public announcement is about to be made.
Yep.
I've come to make an announcement.
So hey guys. So heads up, we do actually have another sponsorship with Eclipsify in the works right now. And this will be the design of that mousepad. It's fine. It's fine to announce it now, because it'll be out in like probably a week or two. It's whenever the next upload is. And we'll officially announce it then. But yeah, this is yeah. There's the
Give your money. Throw away your old mouse pads.
yeah. You throw them all away. There you go.
Throw them out.
I actually love this design so much.
It's so peak.
Throwing
Look at me, I'm flying.
So many references from the Infinite Fusro Dot, the Paralysis, Zephyr, Werewolf, Raid, Bucket Flying, Vampire, Dragonbone, Umbra. Like, there's so much to pick apart in this image. I love Eclipsify is so awesome when it comes to working with us with details.
They've been awesome.
Yeah. No.
Pretty great.
Absolutely.
No
peak.
way they were sponsored the whole time. What a twist.
Yeah, no. They'll be on sale for $35 like the first time. So
They're
Yeah.
huge too. Like,
Dude, they're
35
massive.
Pretty
sounds like
massive.
a lot, but they are huge. They cover my whole desk.
yeah.
Mine covers like most of it. Well, it covers the area I use. My desk is also pretty big.
My desk is literally the exact size of the mouse pad, so it works literally flawlessly.
Yeah.
I did see a question before all
yeah.
the hype about the mouse pad. Is there any creator you'd like to collab with in the future?
Doug.
Doug.
Doug would be awesome.
Because it's the most realistic. like it's sort of like the only 3 YouTubers I consistently watch right now, and it's also like they do Skyrim stuff. Come on, come here.
Throw us a bone, man.
Come here, man.
I would love to just literally be in a chat with Doug and like just essentially meet him. That'd be awesome. There's a couple other ones I would like to work with on my personal channel. Like I would love to work with a guy who got me into roguelikes, Huts, for my roguelike reviewer channel. But that's like a personal thing. Doug I think would be the best for like the dunderhead to like work with. I think it'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm A lot of messages happened. I'm trying to find questions that we might have skipped.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a new one. What are your thoughts on the Oblivion remaster?
I think it's really cool. I think I'm
agree.
not in the same position as a lot of people because I didn't play the original that much. Like I played it one time at a friend's house, so I don't have like that. Yes, God, it's back, baby. I have the I get to play it for the first time, in modern graphics and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see you guys play a Magic the Noah game show. To be honest, that'd be awesome too. Actually, I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Who's your guys' favorite followers in Skyrim? I don't think I have one because we
I
don't.
don't think
use
I have
them.
one either. Yeah, one because we don't use them, and two, I don't play. I haven't played Skyrim other than it being in together, so I really haven't had a chance to get to know them.
I have, but I've never bothered to use a follower when I played.
The only objectively correct answer is Serana, and that's like just because they're incredibly more detailed than every other follower. Like every other follower has like the same 5 fucking lines, and like once you get them as a follower, they stop being unique. So Serana actually having like a unique personality and unique dialogue makes them just objectively the best follower.
There we go. Does Shield Bash work in Skyrim together? Kinda.
It shakes their screen?
It shakes your screen, but it doesn't stun you in any way. Same with Wind Shear. It will shake your screen, but you aren't stunned.
Yeah, that's about it.
So it really fucks with you if you're trying to aim something, but that's about it.
And like, if you're trying to aim something, then you're already getting the advantage from them being that close to pull that off.
Yeah. Eric the Slayer is cool. I like Eric the Slayer, but he falls into the same kind of thing. Like, it's just followers have gotten so much more sophisticated as time's gone on that they kind of all suffer a bit from being the same. Like, I don't know, they're not really unique.
Can you block attacks? You can block attacks. It works similarly to how normal blocking works, where you still take a little bit of damage, but you block most of it. But bashing is just kind of worth. It's like more of a disorientation thing.
Yeah. Outside of Skyrim, what are each of your favorite magic weapons in gaming?
Magic or technologically advanced?
I don't know. I guess we'll just go with favorite weapons in gaming.
Mine's the Terrorblade.
Ooh, good pick. Good pick.
I'm a big Terraria guy.
Damn, that's a good answer.
Man. They did a merch drop with True Knight's Edge, which was made of real steel. It was from an actual blacksmith. That's $500. I own it. That's how into Terraria I am. I literally have a True Knight's Edge replica in my room, and I love that fucking thing to death. If there was a Terrorblade, I'd spend another 500.
Ooh, I got mine. The Keyblade.
Yeah, that's a very Jack answer.
I have a actual like replica Keyblade sitting in my room.
I don't know. Favorite weapon in gaming is really hard for me because I don't know. Nothing like really comes to mind. With something I'm like particularly obsessed with. Like the best I could give you right now when it comes to weapons that I think are really cool, which it's not even from a game. It kind of is, but it's from the adaptation. Is like Isaac's knife in Castlevania.
That's good. I think that's a good choice. I think that counts.
Yeah.
Because they didn't specify in gaming. This is outside of Skyrim.
No, that's fair.
I think Isaac's nice from Cap. So we all own, like, except for me, I guess. Terrorblade doesn't have merch. Own our favorite weapon.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. What other plans do you have to spread your channel through the world, excluding Discord, since that's dead? Well, the tournament Discord is dead. I don't know. Just keep making videos.
Yeah, our actual Dunderheads focused Discord is still alive and well.
Yeah.
The Dundercord. We just don't focus on tournaments anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna keep making videos until we stop.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel
That's
like if we ever made a second Discord, it would just be if this one got way too overwhelmed with separate communities, like a channel fan base and a game fan base, but that would probably not happen anytime soon.
Yeah. Get a
Um,
Dunderheads tier list video detailing the best items and abilities for Skyrim PvP. That could be a fun idea.
we've actually talked about doing that. The problem is like figuring out how to format it in a way that it lasts like a whole stream length.
True.
Because like,
We could just do it on a shorter stream day.
yeah, because a lot of it would come down to like if it's magic, put it in S tier. If it's a fucking bow, shove it in F. If it's melee, that's where actual conversation comes in. Like,
Unless
hold on.
Zephyr.
Hold
Because
on,
Zephyr,
hold on.
Zephyr actually deserves talk.
yeah,
Zephyr deserves some talk here, okay? Zephyr, like,
that's
gets some
right.
credit.
My bad.
And
That's
that bow
right.
that turns you invisible, which we still
Mhm.
need to test if it works.
We
If it
do need
works,
to test that bow.
yeah.
You're right.
Spoiler alert for the tier list. Wabbajack, as far down as it can go. 'cause it doesn't do anything.
Literally as far
It's
down as it
literally
can go.
useless.
Wabbajack does fucking nothing to players.
Where's the bucket at?
The bucket, dude. The bucket's S tier, dude.
Bucket and kettle are S tier, and the plate.
And the wooden plate,
Wooden
dude.
plate. Wooden plate also S tier.
Um.
Sweet roll.
Give me a second.
Sweet roll would be F.
Outside of games you played on stream, what is your favorite game?
I am personally a guy who hates picking favorites because I struggle to pick a favorite out of things I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Terraria probably is my favorite game of all time. It's hard to say. But I genuinely do personally struggle with picking favorites because I just kind of don't like picking favorites, I guess is a good way to put that. I don't really like pointing fingers at you are number one kind of thing.
Yeah. That's similar for me, but
yeah.
if I had to pick a favorite, it'd be Shovel Knight.
Like, I don't know. Like, I can give you like my favorite game gameplay wise has been like, because I have different games that are favorite for different reasons, but if it's purely for gameplay, it's been XCOM, pretty much all my life. So
Yeah, I think that's valid. I think XCOM is my favorite strategy game, like at least gameplay style.
because literally every other game just it's just become a copy of it, and people stopped innovating after XCOM. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of turn-based strategy is just XCOM but with a different coat of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we ever gonna get a video telling us definitively who is the bigger girly pop between John and Jack?
It's me.
John would like that words, apparently, with that.
Oh yeah. John can have words.
Pyro says they still need an XCOM stream or video. They've been asking for 2 years now.
Dude, yeah, no, it'd be fun, but like it's also like its fan base hasn't aged as gracefully as Skyrim's.
Oh no. Out of memory. Dang it. I gotta reload it.
I do think maybe on a variety day we can probably play some XCOM. We'll see. It's just something that like kind of got put on the side and then we forgot about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff just keeps going up on the priority list.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever played Titanfall 1 or 2? No, I haven't personally.
I haven't either.
I played the second one.
Was it
But
good?
I also played it during its like the era where it was kind of dying.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like just
That's another.
I think it's
fandom
good.
coping.
I think its gameplay is awesome, I definitely think it deserves a third.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to get into. That's another fandom I think of that like is coping hard for a new game, if for it also kind of deserves it. That along with like Hollow Knight with Silksong and the entirety of Elder Scrolls fandom with Elder Scrolls 6. Those are 3 fandoms that like I think best represent the fans coping and grasping at any straw they can for new content on the new
Pretty
games
much.
coming out. Because they promised for Titanfall 3, like when Apex got really big, they're like, oh, don't worry, we're going to put everything on Apex. We're still going to make Titanfall 3. I think they tweeted that 5 years ago. So
Yeah.
What is your least favorite game? I don't know. 'Cause I wouldn't play it.
Rogue, the classic roguelike Rogue.
That's fair.
That is mine. I fucking hate that game.
Out of my Steam library. All right. My least favorite game. Hand Simulator.
That's another good one. That genuinely, I hate Rogue. It's like, for the time, I will give it this. Like in like the 70s or whenever it came out, incredibly impressive game for like how much shit you can do. I just don't think it's fun in any way, shape, or form. Very impressive. I just don't find enjoyment in it.
It's like taking a 3D dungeon crawler and then downsizing it like by 1,000,000.
Yes.
Dude, I think I actually found it. At least one of them.
Yeah.
This is for like OG fans. 12 minutes or 12 seconds.
Oh yeah, you had a.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. 12 minutes was great for me, but that was like in our Game Grumps era, where I was just watching you play games or vice versa. And, like, I had a great time.
That that game
You can't
broke
take a shit in
me.
the toilet because you didn't know you had to take a shit yet.
Genuinely, like I
The time
understood
travel.
what they were trying to do, but it, like the execution was some of the worst I've ever seen. Because you wouldn't remember like the time loops. You had to manually make yourself remember shit. It's like so annoying.
Which is insane. Yeah, you couldn't skip steps.
Didn't know I had to.
That's real. Which is also insane that game got fucking Willem Dafoe to be the main villain.
Yes.
Insane.
It's like I can't take a shit. You didn't know you had to take it yet. I fucking love that quote, dude.
I love that line, dude. Highly underrated Dunder series, in my opinion, are struggling in 12 minutes.
I loved that era. Like I wish it kind of did better because it was more simple,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
Simpler times.
Genuinely
True,
simpler
very
times. What's your favorite movie? Right now, off the top of my head, I would say Whiplash.
Alien.
Dude, I don't know.
I
not a
watched
big
the
movie
fuck
guy.
out of Alien and all in the rest of the series. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. For mine.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I guess I'll just say the first Deadpool because it's definitely
That's
up there. I don't think
for me. Yeah.
it's probably not my actual favorite. I just can't think of anything right now, so I'll just give you that.
I almost said that as well. But I just I don't know. Whiplash is more impactful to me for me.
Yeah.
You like guacamole? No, not really. Personally,
I also don't really like guac.
Jack's like, I like guac.
If you could
Guac.
see any video game turn into a movie, what would it be? That's a good question.
It's a really good question.
Because it has to be a game that's like good,
It's a
but like
it's a coin flip at this moment.
Yeah, but it can't be like something like Red Dead 2, where like you're not replacing the actor for Arthur. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It has to be like,
It has to be a
I-
game where like you could take guesses, like you could grasp at straws for who the actor could be instead of just being like, oh yeah, it has to be this person. You know, the
I would
person they
love to
designed the
see-
character off
I would
of.
love to see a movie based in Risk of Rain's universe.
Ooh.
I think that's a
Ooh.
really cool universe to explore, and like maybe get some more backstory on the main villains.
Right.
Like, on an honest answer, I don't know if this is gonna be controversial for some people. Is so like the FNAF movie was good, but I would have liked to see it with a higher rating and taking
Yeah,
like that
More
would have been
gore.
my honest answer, is leaning into how dark the FNAF story is.
Yeah.
Like the FNAF movie wasn't a bad movie. I own it. I like the movie. I do think it could have been a lot better.
I agree.
I have critiques on it. I'm still looking forward to the second one. I just think that FNAF is so scared of truly leaning into the fact that its premise is dark, right?
Yes.
But they've also built up an audience of kids, some the fuck how. I was one of them. So they're like, that's the part that scares them the most.
Dude, I really wish they showed like the chick in the first movie getting snapped in half by actually showing it
Yeah.
instead of it being the silhouette. That would have made like that scene so much cooler and so much better. I know
wish
that
it
was like one of the
rated
biggest
R
like things.
or rated M or whatever. I wish it had more blood and gore and everything.
Yeah, I understand why it's PG-13, but like at the same time, God, I wish it was slightly higher.
Yeah.
Are y'all
Um,
forgetting about Chained Together? No. That game was bad, but it's
No.
not my least favorite game.
It was a fun kind of bad
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
I mean, I had some goofs, I had some laughs in there.
Yeah.
Like, I actually think I found myself, like, genuinely more angry at, like, Bread and Fred, at times
Yeah.
than I
I
did
think
at-
I agree with
Yeah.
that. What games would you play for first time on stream?
For first time? Well, I don't know,
Not a lot of
because,
games I would want to play as my first time. Yeah, that's not one I can
like,
think of.
because those games, like Daggerfall was one, but, like, we did that first time.
Give me
Yeah.
first time playing it on a stream.
Because usually, like, an answer to that would be something that we'd go, oh, yeah, and then we'd do it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I genuinely can't think of anything. If we do think of something we would want to play for the first time on stream, we'll likely stream it like as soon after thinking of it. It's not like
right.
I don't think people realize we've said this multiple times, but it's legitimately true. We don't know what we're streaming until day of half the time.
yeah.
Like, honestly, more than
that's
half the time. 80% of the time, we don't have shit planned.
Yeah.
We just go with the flow.
Streams are incredibly last second.
It's not like we
Yeah.
don't try; it just happens that way.
It's just the way that
yeah.
we do it because there's just like scheduling.
Yeah.
Because like me and Christian are the only ones who are doing this full time.
No.
So like we're the
Sarah.
Oh yes, Sarah too. But like we're like the only ones who like don't need to like. What's the word? I don't know. I think I'm losing it now.
I think we get your point, but like
I've lost
you're the only ones that
myself,
are
yeah.
available no matter what time we want to do
Yeah.
things. What's your opinion on Grounded? I haven't played it, but it looks cool.
I haven't played it either.
Played it
Looks cool.
once. I liked other survival games more. It wasn't bad, but like I've had other survival games I've just enjoyed more. What is a popular TV show or movie that everyone loves that you hate? Let me think here, because there's answers. There's answers.
I'm sure there's
Yeah,
something.
there's
Like, off the
answers.
top
I
of my
just don't watch
head
a lot of TV.
Is like Castlevania Nocturne, which I think is the biggest crock of horse shit I've ever watched.
I do not like. Yeah, I love normal like the first Castlevania. I do not like Nocturne.
Yeah.
I agree.
My thoughts aren't like everyone loves this and I hate it. It's more on average. Thank you for becoming $1 for a member, by the way, Bubbleborn. My thoughts usually pertain more to everyone. I get annoyed because everyone blindly likes this thing and doesn't give like criticism to the parts of it that deserve it. Like I have a lot of thematic issues with, like, for example, season 2 of Arcane. It is not a bad season by any means. I think it's insanely weaker than the first season. And I think that they set stuff up in the first season that they just don't follow through with in the second at all. So that's like an example of that, for things that everyone loves, but I have like critiques of it.
I can't really think of any show or movie off the top of my head like everyone loves and I hate.
That's a hard question.
It is a very hard question. I'm sure there's an answer. I just can't think of it because since I don't like it, I don't really keep space in my mind for it.
Right. It's like what's your least favorite is like such a hard.
Because if it's your least favorite, you're not thinking about it, right?
Exactly.
Like it's not on your mind.
Like I'm not like sitting here like actively like getting in like the comment section and saying like I fucking hate this.
Yeah, I just won't watch it. And then
Yeah, I just don't look at it. I don't give it the time of day.
Yeah. Didn't they cut out a bunch of content from the last episode of Arcane? Yes, they did. But I don't think even if they kept that content, it would have fixed the issues I had. But yeah, this isn't a fucking an Arcane stream, so I'm not gonna like blab your ears off about it because most of you probably haven't watched it. But yeah.
Yeah. How'd you guys feel when your Skyrim Manhunt video blew up? Has it changed the direction you're taking your channel? We were very happy. And it absolutely changed the direction of our channel. We would not be making this much Skyrim stuff if it wasn't for that video.
Wasn't it just like the original one between Christian and Cole, and that one did
okay.
It did okay.
That one did okay.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, let's try it again. Then it's still like an unused niche.
Yeah.
So then we tried it again with 3, and then it did really well. So it was like, this is our thing now.
No, it was insane. I don't think I'll ever feel like a feeling quite like how I felt when that Manhunt blew up. 'Cause that was like career changing, career defining.
Oh yeah.
So it was weird because right after I had already recorded and like started working on like the Slay the Princess interview, but I was so nervous to post that, but like I wanted to get it out because I liked doing that interview, but I was so nervous to post that because I was like, this is gonna destroy our momentum. So then right after that was like, next Manhunt, we gotta do it now. We gotta jump back on it. Keep this going. We gotta go back on Skyrim. Yep. It's all Skyrim all the time. Let's go, people.
Yep, that's pretty much where we went, and then we've just been trying to make more creative challenges and shit since then.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Doug King. I saw that you said you're heading out. Would you like to do a fan meet and greet? I would love to. I'm the one who talks about that the most. Like, you can ask the guys. Like, I'm living for the day we're big enough to where we can say we're going to this convention, and then like a bunch of people show up to come take pictures with us. I'm living for that day.
Dude, I think it's really cool, well. And I am awesome. I would be super excited to do that. I don't know. We're still, I feel like we're still far, like decently far from being at a stage where like we'd go somewhere and enough people would actually, like statistically, many people would actually come see us. So I don't think about it as much because I guess I'm just more of a realist. I don't hype my brain out that much with it.
Sarah asks if we can make a sandwich. Yeah, I'll be right back.
What the fuck?
Oh, I have a follow-up question, Sarah. What's bread?
Fucking checkmate.
Alright, anyway. How many hours do you guys have in Skyrim? I I know Jax is the easiest to tell because he's only played on Steam. Me and Christian's incredibly hard to guess because he doesn't know what his hours are in his consoles, multiple consoles.
I have no idea, and I played it a lot as a kid.
I probably have about 500 total.
Because for about 2 years from third grade, like in third grade and fourth grade, that was all I did was Skyrim. I would go to school, come home, play Skyrim, go to school, come home, play Skyrim. But on my Steam account, it's like 600 hours, 700.
I think I'm at 400 on my Steam.
Yeah.
And I added like 100 to that from my console days.
So, like, you know, that's what it is now. But I 100% played multiple times more as a kid than I did now. So.
Found your guys' channel last week. Been binging since. Stay awesome. Thank you, Red Eye Gaming. How did you guys come up with the idea for the Dunder games?
Minecraft Hunger Games mixed with like just wanting to do collabs. It was just kind of a point in time where everyone, it's something, it's not like a revolutionary thing. I'm not trying to sound like it is with like me saying it, but like genuinely people bigger than us still haven't learned that like just like sending an email or messaging on Discord and like in hopes that someone would do a collab would work. And that's like the biggest thing when it comes to making content and getting connections like that, is just like doing it, which like sounds so pretentious and it's such a non-piece of advice, but like I'm so fucking serious. People, if you just ask, like, hey, do you want to do this? You are so likely to get a response because no one actually takes the time to ask to do stuff. Like, it's because they assume it's an automatic no.
Yeah, we've gotten so many like collabs with people bigger than us just by Christian emailing them. It's insane.
That's it. Like, no cool story, nothing. Like, just DM them on Discord or email them, and it'll work. That's it. That's how.
At least more than you think.
More than you think. It's not a guarantee, but honestly, statistically, it's worked out for me more than it hasn't.
It's true.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it's insane. Like Christian would be like, "Yeah, I just emailed like X person," and then like a week later, he's like, "Hey guys, I got a response on that email," and we're like, "What?"
Yeah. That's what it was with Juve, Jabbo. It was also that with because we've already said that we're doing something with them, the Spiffing Brit. So
legitimately,
yeah.
Peak.
Give me a second.
I would think I'd watch every single Dunder play Slay the Spire solo. I'm not sure if I'll ever do a gameplay thing, but on my personal channel, my next review is Slay the Spire in the roguelike reviewer channel. Funny you mentioned that. I'll probably be out here in like 3 or so weeks.
Who edits the videos? Sarah asked, by the way. Who edits the
Christian,
videos?
actually,
It was
Sarah,
just me.
yeah,
it's all me.
Yeah, Christian does great work with all of the videos.
Yeah.
Christian edits them all. Yeah.
I'm glad
You
that
definitely don't do anything.
Yeah. No, dude. Yeah.
Don't look at the descriptions of videos. Don't prove us
Really
wrong.
putting in
Don't
his time and
look.
day for that.
Yeah. I like quickly go to all the
Especially in
descriptions.
the Dagger, especially in the Daggerfall video. Do not look at the description.
Do not
of that.
look there. Don't look. It quickly goes to the description of all their videos and just says Christian, trust. Are we gonna get a Skyrim Olympics collab ever? Probably not Olympics collab. We have other like collabs that we'd be interested in doing. like with the people that we've done stuff with. Just the Olympics kind of, I don't know. We did it. It did okay. It did like a little bit above okay. And it's like, okay, it's been done.
Yeah.
That it really is like genuinely. If you wanna know like how likely something is to get a sequel, like just being real, because this is our jobs. Look at the view count and go, oh, that'll probably, yeah, that looks like that'd get a sequel. Hide and seek is the exception.
It's just because it's super easy to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredibly easy to do. Like a bunch of the other stuff, like we have to like prepare. We have to like actively think.
That's
like
a great time to talk to.
How are we
chat.
gonna make this?
Like it's a great live stream like challenge doing hide and
Right.
seek.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse to just sit there and talk while we're just like standing there doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. No, it's yeah, hide and seek is just fun. The biggest part also was coming up with like what to name it. Hunger Games being the exception because we put 1 and 2, but
Yeah.
everything else like you really don't want to. And rematches, but like, you know, that's like a battle that you have to fight as a content creator, is figuring out what to title it, because if you title it as if it's a sequel to something, people are like less likely to click on it. So it's kind of an uphill battle with series like that. That's why the first episode of everything has the most amount of views in every series you ever watch on YouTube.
Yeah. I feel like if we did do like a content creator like challenge video like Olympic style, I feel like it could be pretty easy to like get a good title for, because you could like name it like content creator something like, or even just content creator Skyrim Olympics or something. I don't know, but then you get delve into it being too complex.
Yeah, too specific.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Just something to like show that it's a collab, and then people might be interested to click on it to see who you're collabing with and things like that. It just depends, kind of thing.
I'm sorry that this was asked. I'm just not joining in, but could I join you in your games, any of them? We don't have, we just do, you know, videos with people that are in Dunderheads or other content creators. The best chance would be if we ever did another tournament, or, you know, we have videos that we plan on doing eventually, like on the possibility with fans and stuff. It's just whenever we plan them out.
Yeah. So don't hold out, hold out a little bit of hope that maybe there'll be a challenge or something that involves fans, because we have talked about it. We genuinely have. There has been like a challenge ideas that involve the fans getting involved, but that would probably be it. Like for specific manhunts and stuff, we probably won't do that. But you know, we should have let people know when we are doing those challenges and stuff.
Absolutely, we will.
Real quickly, just so we get a time estimate, can one of you guys mute your mic and call Richard?
On it, Captain.
Okay,
right.
well, I guess Jack's on it. I was gonna do it, but Jack is a little eager, it seems.
Pick a stupid name like Creator Clash or something. Oh my god, that's funny. Would love to see another PvP tournament. I loved doing the PvP tournament. Someone asked this in a stream forever ago, and I gave a bad answer because I couldn't come up with it. No, that's the video that I'm the most like, man, I wish that did better. I loved doing the tournament. That was fun. That was a good time.
There's a lot of videos I think I really wish did better, but just didn't.
Baldur's Gate 3.
That is a prime example, yes, but there are others.
Yeah.
Like I wish the door randomizer did better. That's another thing that like I think about, is our door randomizer battles like video was so fun to do, because it felt so fresh and different, and then it just did mid, and I was sad.
The second one.
I return. I return.
Yeah. Same with our werewolf video, the Among Us one we talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
earlier, where we did with
Yep.
Zeke and Court. That was a really fun
That was a
concept
really
build,
fun
and,
concept. Yeah, I loved doing that as well.
And
It's
it
just
also
like-
gave us a chance to work with our essentially our YouTube friends like more,
Yeah.
because it's really fun to do content with Zeke. Of course, me, because we make a meme about it, rating him every fucking week.
Yeah. We
and,
love
like,
memes.
Court and all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really fun being in a position where you can have other friends in the space that
Yeah.
do this. Just I don't think a lot of other creators like talk about how like it's different in our case because we're a group channel, but like I could see very easily how it could kind of get lonely not having anyone to talk about with like very specific like YouTube as your job type things. So it's cool to like have back and forths with stuff like that with other creators.
Yeah.
Did you get a
By the way-
response from Richard? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I came back. He's not ready yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that all he said?
He's still at work.
At work?
Oh well, we got some time then, it seems.
We've got.
He told me
time.
he was gonna be realistically done at R6, and then he had some errands to run.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
that didn't happen.
Cool. All right. So much Q&A. All right.
Oh,
So
thank
many
you,
questions
Nathaniel.
to answer.
So many
Yay!
questions. Yay. What'd you say, Cole? Sorry.
I said thank you, Nathaniel. I read his comment.
Oh.
He said he subbed to me and he's excited for the next review.
And I love you, random citizen.
Is
I,
Richard
I love
preparing
the
some
people
type
say
of
I love
bit?
those videos. The videos we said that didn't perform very well. We do too. Trust
Yeah.
us. It's just unfortunately they didn't perform as well as we'd like. I would love to eventually revisit those personally. I don't know where you are on that, Christian. We haven't really
With
talked
which one?
about it. But both. Specifically, probably more the werewolf than the hide and seek. But I would love to, or the door randomizer, I guess as well,
Mm.
rather. But
Yeah.
I would love to revisit the werewolf one at least
Yeah.
at some point.
it
I
was-
feel like it could do.
Pretty satisfying
It-
to edit.
yeah.
It's the difference is like I don't know how to market it more. Like that's just like I don't know what like Skyrim, but it's Among Us is like quite literally the most clickbait title that you can get, while not like with it actually still being the premise that I don't know how to up that to like do better.
That really wasn't like I don't know. My opinion is that Among Us isn't the premise. I mean, Among Us
Well,
would
yeah,
require you
but it's
doing
like
other things.
people
During,
don't really
like-
know what werewolf is.
I
We
get
could
that.
do it. We could market it as like we turned Skyrim into a social deduction game. We could try like something like that. or, like,
That's
we
fair.
turned
That's not a bad
Skyrim
idea,
into-
actually.
That
Because
isn't
I
a
feel
bad
like
idea.
like people would click on that, like, you know, a video being like, oh, they turned Skyrim into something else. I gotta see what they turned it into, even if they don't really understand fully what a social deduction game is, because I'm sure a lot of people just, like we said, associate it with Among Us. There at least would be some curiosity there, and maybe we could even word it a different way than social deduction to, like, you know, get people to kind of get what's going on. That's how I would like think I would try to change up the title of that
Yeah.
personally.
Sorry. Can we force Sarah into more videos since they're locked in the Dunder basement? I mean, Sarah's getting in more videos like over time, slowly and slowly.
Yeah.
They have been.
Yeah.
Question: Can Sarah get multiple raises? I second this. Sarah, no. That's actually just.
We're sorry to announce this live, but Sarah's getting paid less now. Actually,
Yep, it's over. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because you guys are like, yo, can you? You guys are like, can you give Sarah more raises? I don't know. That's up to you guys, dog. Like, actually, that's
you
on
pay
you.
us, actually, comment
that's
section.
entirely on you if Sarah gets a raise.
That's pretty funny, actually. Thank you for answering my question. No problem, Michael. Thanks for the compliments. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. We turn Skyrim into a murder mystery. That's a great title, Red Eye Gaming.
How would we execute that?
Well,
because we'd
the
have to have
the werewolf thing.
Right, but we'd have to have one game master still. We'd have to have someone who, like, we have to set up like a dead body, clues for said dead body. I don't get how that would work.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh my goodness!
Towards Sarah's raise.
Am I allowed to have a
lol.
raise? I think that'd be nice.
For the
When did the QnA become the Dunderheads beg for your money?
It really, it's not even like us in like the live ones begging for money. It's Sarah in the comment.
Yeah, I'm checking you guys. I chatted you guys to donate specifically to my PayPal, so I have a raise.
Yeah.
It says Sarah.
Yeah, that PayPal right there.
That's funny.
Payday is coming early, dude. Payday is coming the exact same time as Loways at the end of the month.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Make a one-shot dagger. The one-shot dagger probably wouldn't. I
second the raise.
know it wouldn't work in together because of how item enhancements work. Yeah, you can get your smithing so high you can make a infinite damage fork even. It's just it's man-made enhancements don't work. It won't do anything.
Right.
Clue Skyrim edition.
So fucking funny. That's another raise.
I second the raise. Thank you, Death Bar, for another 10.
Sarah's literally in chat, like shaking their money cup right now.
Spare change. Spare change.
Spare
Fucking
change.
Squidward, like, on the street.
Is this the question now? Is it just raised for Sarah? Is this the question?
That's not a question, actually, chat. I'm sorry. That's a statement. We can't oblige the raise for Sarah. I'm sorry.
I do not support the raise. Wow.
Whoa, they're different, Christian.
Damn.
That's something different.
Yeah, long yellow thing. You're crazy.
Sarah single-handedly derails.
Yeah.
Classic Sarah maneuver.
Question thoughts on giving Sarah a raise.
Now that is something we can answer.
No,
That's
something we can work
there.
with. Thoughts?
No.
No. Thoughts on Can you give Sarah a raise? No.
You know,
unable to. What if
maybe
we
a little?
Yes. Can you give one? Yes. Are we?
Can you? Yes.
Question: Can we get a merch shirt that says Sarah needs a raise?
Dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Sarah, post the when Sarah isn't paid GIF in general. Or whatever the fuck. I love that GIF so much.
Put
Oh my
$5
god.
in
The
Sarah's
Superman
cup.
GIF, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's peak.
I love
It's
that GIF.
peak.
Sarah donation stream ? $5 in Sarah's cup. Thank you, Nell, for the 5.
It's so fucking funny.
Could you set everyone's health to 1? You could do that, I'm pretty sure, because that's you editing your own stat.
Yeah.
Instead of editing a stat of a weapon to do something.
Yeah, you just have to mod AV health 1. Or
There
I think
it
actually
is.
it'd be negative 999.
There's the
I think
goofy,
you're right.
silly gif.
Is it there?
Yeah, it's there. It's
No
goofy
way.
and silly.
When Sarah isn't paid. Fuck it, hold on.
What's up?
Oh no. What's Christian cooking now?
Hey Sarah, at this fucking point, you just want to hop and call? I'll like pin your head.
Oh yes, get the fucking thumbtack.
Hey
The
Jack,
thumbtack
Jack,
again.
can you find that for me? The thumbtack.
Yeah,
He probably doesn't have it anymore. He's probably got to find.
No,
a new one.
he absolutely does the fuck not. But like,
Hold on, I'm looking.
but I can find the head at least.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Downloading.
It's gotta be here somewhere. It's gotta be here somewhere. It's gotta be here somewhere. But where?
I would, but I'm not
Where?
home right now. Oh, so you hate you hate everyone who gave you money?
You hate everyone in existence?
So everyone who gave you money, you're saying that you don't appreciate them and that we get that money now, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you're not in stream. Like that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's insane. I can't believe that Sarah
Hate
said
everyone
that.
to ever exist in all time.
Sarah's gonna call from inside their car and then fucking be like, "You sons of bitches! I want my money."
I do hate you and everyone else. Yummy dollars. I love, by the way,
That's so funny.
there's people right that like we have people talking, then we have Sarah Rays, question mark? There's a question mark on that one. Okay. I have a tummy ache. I can't join.
Shame. Sarah fired.
Fired.
Sarah
Yeah.
fired. Sarah
Gone.
fired. Sarah's gone. My bad. Forgive me. Oh,
Boy,
ow.
can I get some food from inside your walls? You gotta come out of the walls to get the food, man. The food's outside the walls.
Real quickly, because we have some time with the Sarah bit here, to actually answer some people who have put their Q&A questions in Discord for quite some time that we should probably answer.
I've been really bad. I wanted to start like answering questions, but like half the questions I don't want to answer are already answered, or like I
Yeah.
forget.
A lot of people ask what song it is we use in the intro. I'm just posting a link to it right now. Of streams. Like, that's what that is. So, you know, boom, answered that one. I'm killing it.
You're doing so great, Christian.
I'm scrolling down the Discord. Yeah, okay, this is fair. People have asked this quite a bit. If it was possible, would you ever make a mod with your Skyrim characters as followers? We wouldn't do it. Like we're just not modders. But if someone wanted to do that, like we would be more than willing to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But we just wouldn't do the coding
Get, like,
ourselves.
voice lines and stuff.
Yeah.
How many editors do you have versus just one person powered by a lot of caffeine? It was just me until, I want to say, December? No, November?
Sounds about right.
when
Maybe
did-
a little bit.
yeah.
I don't know.
What's the first video Sarah did? That was the Skymon Tournament 2. Like that was the first video Sarah did on the channel. So
Right. Shit.
I
so
found
that would
it.
be November of last year.
I found it.
Found what?
I've been searching. I found my thumbtack.
Oh my god. It's not even going to be used now. But at least you have it.
I found my thumb. Here, there it is. I'm gonna pin the thumbtack.
Oh my god. Question, what sort of games do y'all prefer to play together? Adventure, mystery, horror, etc. I think it depends entirely on who you ask and what the duo or group is, right?
Yeah.
Like I've said before, like specifically me and Richard only ever at this point look for puzzle games because if we were here. So like that would be our answer. I play a variety of games with these two in particular.
We've developed a really weird niche with us three specifically, where we don't play games together, but we do. Like we will hop in a call,
yeah, that's
we'll
fair.
shoot shit, and then we'll boot up whatever game we want to play by ourselves. And then someone else is like, Cole, what are you doing? Why aren't you sharing your screen? And then we'll just watch whoever the fuck decided to pull up a game first, play their game, and then someone will get bored like 20 minutes later, pull up their own game, and then now we're watching two streams. And it just devolves into chaos. Like, I'll play like a roguelike or something. Like, they'll play Inscription, or they'll start playing Yomi. And
Yeah,
I'll
Yomi
start
Hustle.
playing a roguelike while they're playing Yomi. It's really weird, but also really funny.
the group chat gets a little chaotic at times with
Yeah.
what we're doing in there.
But like actually playing games together, usually we just either play D&D. We've been trying to find more games for us to all actually play instead of just watch the others play. We played a lot of Raven's Watch until we beat that.
Yeah. For the King.
We played
Oh,
For
yeah,
the
we need
King.
we need to beat For the King still.
God.
Fucking game.
Yeah.
That game.
Fuck that game. I'm least favorite games. Least favorite games. Go back to that question. Could you possibly convince Meegs to do it? He plays with the Dunderheads as followers. It's not like we're actively looking at making the mod for us being followers. It's just if someone wanted to do that, like, we would help out because it'd be cool, but it's not like something we're gonna actively go out of our way to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not like we could use them really anyway, because we do specifically together content and followers just blatantly are broken.
Exactly.
So, like,
they don't work.
We would see them like maybe
Never.
half the time.
Never ever.
Like in
Pretty much
videos and streams, like they just wouldn't exist. But like, you know, it would be a mod that exists if someone made it.
Like if it was like just an NPC that like wandered around and you could have them as a follower, yeah, I'd install it. But I wouldn't get them as a follower because it'd be broken. The John fan club server. You don't talk about that server, Sarah. You don't talk about that. that server's private. What happens in that server stays in that server.
What is the most Okay. I'm gonna start this one off. What's the most underrated game you guys have played? Me? Underrated games? Undertale Yellow?
Real.
Literally one of my favorite games to have ever existed, and it's a fucking fan game of the original Undertale. So, you know, Undertale Yellow. Yeah. Yeah. Wish I could pay for it.
That's real. Yeah, literally, I would love to pay money for that game.
Yeah. Literally.
Would you guys ever do D&D live stream? We have done one in the past, like live streams-esque, which was fun. I wouldn't mind doing it again. It's just a thing of getting the people together for it, and also would it perform well?
Yep. It would also be who's having the time to write it, because I certainly don't.
Yeah.
That's like, and if anything, it would be because if we're like just pure, if we're trying to have it do well, it would be, you know, like I'd be interested. I would be interested because I like the world of it being an Elder Scrolls themed D&D campaign, but you have to then have
That would
a
be fun.
level of knowledge of it to like of like the lore enough to make an accurate campaign.
D&D live stream was peaked and it ended on a goddamn cliffhanger. Unfortunately, yeah, that's a little bit before Skyrim blew up and kind of took over.
Yeah, and even before like Skyrim blew up, that sadly like really didn't do well, which sucks. I put a lot of time into that, but it is what it is. Yeah, it was fun. If Fallout 4 had a good multiplayer, would you guys try it? Yes.
Yes.
Point
Blatantly.
blank. Yeah.
Christian,
Yes.
Richard's home.
Richard's home?
Richard's home.
Okay. Well, what'd you say it so ominously?
Let's finish up some good questions,
Yeah.
I guess. Like, I think there's a couple more. Daggerfall together or chained together? Probably chained together.
Chained
I
together.
would say.
Yeah, chain together.
I actually like enjoyed playing Chained Together more than Daggerfall.
I agree.
That's like real. Yeah.
Have you played Oblivion Remastered? Christian has. I've seen gameplay of it though.
Yeah, we
I don't know about Jack.
The D&D
Yeah.
the Pit People D&D live stream was peak and it ended on a goddamn cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. I think you were getting distracted by Richard when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Thank you all for being
And
here.
no one can
as
join
well.
the John fan club.
No one can join the John
Certainly.
fan club.
That's ours.
Not even
Yeah.
I want to be there.
That's true.
Dude, Sarah, like actually before we in-stream I have to ask because I've actually talked to you properly about you editing the Daggerfall video. Like you got to see that vision, dude. I saw you make so many editor notes of like what the fuck is this game? Oh my god. All right.
Thank everyone for being here. I'm glad
Yes.
we were able to answer you guys' questions.
Yes. I'm glad that we could do a Q&A. It's been a while. And I also I enjoy doing streams like this where it's not a challenge and we're just chilling with chat.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah. It's so ass, dude. All right. But yeah, that's about it. We will see you for, Skyrim together tomorrow. But we gotta get this video recorded for you guys tonight. So yeah, that's about it. We will see you then. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.